When it comes to dating and relationships, a lot of men think the answer is looks, money, and status. And yes, those things matter in life. They can make life easier. But inside a relationship, the thing that protects your peace is respect. A man can have money and still get spoken to like he's nothing. He can be in shape and still get treated like his presence is meaningless. He can be successful, accomplished, admired by everyone around him, and still go home to tension, disrespect, and chaos. So when people tell men the fix is just earn more, look better, raise your status, they are missing the thing that decides what your daily life looks like. Those things can improve your life, but they can't carry a relationship that keeps draining your peace. You see it all the time. Men with money, fame, success, every outside marker people chase, and yet they still end up drained or publicly humiliated. That should wake you up. External value means very little when the woman beside you doesn't respect you and you keep giving your energy, time, and presence to what wrecks your peace. What shapes the relationship is what you tolerate, how early you deal with it, and who you choose in the first place. A lot of guys are being sold the wrong idea. They think if they become more accomplished, they will automatically get treated better. Success doesn't shield you from disrespect. Sometimes it gets attention and admiration, but peace still comes down to what happens when lines get crossed. Do you deal with it right there, or do you ignore it and hope tomorrow feels different? A man can be broke and still have peace if he has strong standards and lives by them. Another guy can have all the money in the world and still feel trapped because he kept accepting what should have been checked early. The wrong woman will always be the wrong woman no matter what you achieve. Your job is to see it early and stop rewarding bad behavior when it shows up. Most of the time, it starts in small moments. An eye roll, talking over you, dismissing what you say. That gut feeling you have when something just isn't right. Most guys recognize it and still say nothing. Either they don't want to seem insecure or controlling, or tell themselves it's minor, or they just want to keep the peace. But that's where the rot starts. When disrespect shows up and everything carries on like normal, you're sending the message that she can do it and still keep access to you. She can cross the line and still get your attention and presence. This is why long speeches don't work. Once the line gets crossed, too much talking makes you weak. Men explain themselves, try to be understood, and look for the perfect sentence. None of that carries weight the way action does. Respect gets built through what you do, not how well you explain yourself. Say you're trying to talk to her and she's on her phone the whole time. A lot of guys keep talking anyway. They ask nicely for her to pay attention. They try to pull her back into the moment. What you should do is stop talking, remove yourself, and let your silence speak. Your silence and distance say more than any speech ever will. Don't lecture her. Just take yourself out of situations you should never accept. Never to punish her, but to keep your peace. This is how you build the foundation. And it has to start early, right at the beginning. Not 6 months in, not years later when you're fed up, bitter, and carrying resentment. Day one. A lot of men wait until the disrespect becomes unbearable. Then suddenly decide they have standards. But she treats you based on her experience of you. So if her experience is a man who stays, explains, and never really leaves, that becomes the relationship. That becomes the standard she knows. Trying to reverse that later is possible, but it's very hard. By then, what should have felt wrong already feels normal. The pattern has settled. The disrespect has had time to take root. So when you finally have one serious conversation after years of letting things slide, don't be shocked when that conversation changes very little. And even when the respect is there, standards still need maintenance. If you let enough small things slide, the dynamic of the relationship will shift. The final piece of the puzzle is selection. A lot of men would rather believe any woman can become right for them if they just handle things better, say the right words, stay calm enough, or love strong enough. That belief keeps men stuck in situations they should have left early. You can be disciplined, you can respect yourself, you can be the most successful person on earth, and you can still choose a bad woman. Some women can't handle frustration. Some need constant outside attention and bring disorder into everything they touch, no matter how good they look. The wrong woman will always be the wrong woman, regardless of who you are. That is why selection matters so much. Pay attention to how she acts when she doesn't get her way, how she speaks when she's annoyed. Pay attention to whether she can own her mistakes or whether every problem somehow becomes your fault. Does she value peace, loyalty, privacy, gratitude, and stability? Or does she need attention and drama to feel alive? A lot of men are dating problems and calling it potential, trying to turn chaos into peace and entitlement into gratitude. You can't turn a woman who feeds on validation into someone grounded enough to build a life with. Don't bet your future on that. If you want peace, stop believing anything external will save you. Peace is a decision you make internally. Don't wait until the damage is deep-rooted before you act. And remember, no conversation can turn the wrong person into the right partner. Establish the foundation early, deal with things early, leave early if leaving is what needs to happen. Peace starts when you're willing to walk away from what keeps taking it from you.